Before you leave this video and go off to watch something else, drop a comment if you are tired of all of the fake in the world and want to be part of something real. Because that's what I want right now, and that's what I want for my channel, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I know you're not likely to make it all the way through the end of this video, so before you do anything, before you go watch something else, just drop me a comment. That would mean a lot to me. If this is your first time watching this channel, you might notice that it's going through a change, and I feel like it's a good change. It's a change I definitely am excited about, and I want to be doing. So I'm not really scripting anything. I'm not really putting too much forethought into the content I'm creating. I'm just documenting, just in the most raw sense possible. I film hardly any B-roll footage at this point, and I do hardly any editing, and I mostly just stand here and talk to a camera and the like 10 people that watch these videos. And that's fine by me, because I'm working on projects that are much bigger than this video series, and that's what's actually taking up my time. And these videos will be serving as just a way to document and update myself along the way, like my future self. That's really what it's about. Now, that being said, I do hope that over time I build a community of people that are invested in what I'm doing, interested in what I'm doing, and want to be part of it. And so that's what this particular video is about. It's just really an invitation to you, the viewer, to say, hey, I'm a real guy doing something real with my life. I'm putting in a lot of work to build something. And if you want to be part of that, just based on that, not knowing what that something is, then you're in the right place, and I welcome you and I appreciate you being here. Now, what is it that I'm doing? Well, it's not just one thing, but it is starting with one big thing, and that is this room right here. As I've mentioned in other videos, this is going to be a very small scale manufacturing facility in this room, and it is going to be solar powered. So an off-grid solar powered manufacturing facility. What am I manufacturing? Well, in the future, lots of different things, but for now, it's a game. That's what I'm making. A miniatures game. So if you've ever heard of something like Warhammer, Warhammer 40K, Battletech, games like that where you play on the tabletop and you battle each other, it's basically like that, but a little different. It's got a lot of unique elements to it that I'm really excited to bring. I have a whole bunch of videos about this game. It's called Libertas, and I have a website, playlibertas.com. I have another YouTube channel that's going to be dedicated to higher production videos about the game. I guess more marketing based, if you want to put it that way. However, that's what I'm primarily working on, and it's not the only thing I'll be doing, but it's the main thing right now. It's to kind of prove the concept that you can manufacture off-grid and actually scale it up. Now, when I say off-grid, I'm kind of using that term loosely, because although the electricity will be 100% solar, there are other resources involved. You know, there's other materials involved that are not going to just fabricate themselves or produce themselves out of thin air. You know, so it is a resource using facility in that sense. However, I'm going to be looking into as many ways as possible to recycle and reuse materials, whether it's filament from 3D printing or, you know, the washes that I use to clean resin prints. You know, there's lots of ways to filter and reuse that stuff. It's not as effective as it is the first time around, but it still works and prolongs the life. So it's going to be about, I guess, environmental efficiency in a way. And this is all just done just because, like, I'm not really trying to do anything other than prove to myself I can do something that I have the idea and the concept to do. And if that resonates with you, you know, let me know in the comments something that you have done or want to do just because you can, or feel like you should be able to do. You know, it's like you're only trying to prove it to yourself, I guess, is what I'm asking. So yeah, this channel is becoming solely focused on kind of that sort of concept. I have a lot of other projects. You know, I've done some videos on my Tundra build, which is its own unique project. I have a shuttle bus that I'm going to be working on and showing more of. I've posted a couple of videos about that. And just life stuff in general. You know, my wife and I, we also run a dog shelter. We have 9 dogs right now. They are old. They are old and medically challenged dogs, and they actually it's an end of life kind of rescue that we do. So we take in dogs that are old and are retired. You know, they come from a lot of different situations and scenarios, and they end up here, and we just give them the best years of their life, or last few, sometimes just weeks is all they have left. And we just try to make it as filled with comfort and happiness and joy as possible, and just give them a safe place to live out what time they have left. And you'd be surprised how many people actually just abandon dogs when they get past a certain age. You know, they go let them out random places, or they take them to the local shelter, and the shelters can't get these dogs adopted because they're too old and they have medical issues, they need medications, they have dental problems. A lot of them have things like arthritis and dementia, and those things are difficult things to deal with. And so we take these dogs in and we give them a good life for the last few days that they have, or last few months, or even many times it ends up being in our house a few years. Some dogs can live a lot longer than you might think, especially if given the opportunity. So expect some of that type of content on this channel as well. But it's just me being me, and it's me being me for future me. This is just me documenting all the stuff that I do, so that one day I might look back on it and in fond memory of it, or even just to jog my memory, because, you know, who knows, maybe I become more forgetful as the years go on. It's definitely possible. I think I've already become a lot more forgetful than I used to be, if I remember correctly. So yeah, this is just what I'm doing on this channel. And if you have made it to this point in the video, I don't know what to say. That's pretty incredible. That I don't know why you would be here still, but leave me a comment saying that you proved me wrong, because I didn't think anybody would make it to this point in the video. So definitely leave me a comment, say, hey, you were wrong. I stayed and watched the whole thing. You know, critique me, whatever you want to do. I get a lot of people that critique rather than offer anything insightful, if that makes sense. And when I say critique, I don't mean in the beneficial way. There's a way to actually say, hey, things might be better if you did this or didn't do that. It's more like just trying to put somebody down. I get a lot of that, which is fine. Feel free to comment your own criticism of my content. That's welcome here. So yeah, that's all I have to say right now. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.